Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 497.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to start a series called How to Save Tens of Thousands of Dollars, because we're coming up to episode number 500, which is, I just can't believe it. It's mind-boggling to me. And I wanted to do something special as a celebration. So I've started over on Instagram talking about not saving a dollar or pennies or tens of dollars, but literally things that I can share with you that will save you tens of thousands of dollars. So that's what we're going to talk about. This is the first of several podcasts that I'm going to do about how you can save tens of thousands of dollars. Because here's the thing. We get all caught up on, should we be drinking lattes? Should we be subscribing to cable, or should we be dropping cable? Yes, these are good things that you can think about in your day-to-day life. But the reality is, I see people focusing on these very small things and ignoring the ginormous things that are negatively impacting their finances. And that's really what I wanted to talk about in this series, because I don't want that to happen to you. As your wealth mentor, I'm going to share with you some pitfalls that people have that really keep them from creating wealth, because these are huge mistakes that people don't even realize that they're making. And they sometimes are making them over and over and over again. And so that's what I really wanted to talk about, because I don't see a lot of people talking about that. And these are really things that I've found in my own life. It's not something I read in a book or something that, someone else taught me. It's basically things that are just my own lessons that I'm sharing with you. And so I have stories that I'm sharing on Instagram of real things that have happened in my life that made me realize certain things and made me realize that certain decisions I made were going to go one way or the other. They were either going to save me a lot of money, or they were going to impact me negatively for a long time. And avoiding those things that impact you negatively for a long time can be much more important than how many lattes you drink in a week. Okay, not to put that down, but just to say, you need to look at the big stuff. It's the big picture items. It's the big ticket items that are really influencing your life. And so that's what we're going to talk about in this series. And I'm really excited to share some of these ideas and points and strategies with you so that you can benefit from them too. Now, in the past, I've talked about opportunity cost. And if you've listened to the podcast for any length of time, you know that opportunity cost is what your money will grow to if you invested it instead of spent it on something else. And by the way, I just want to encourage you, if you haven't listened to the podcast for very long, most of the podcasts that I do are evergreen. So go back and listen to the very beginning of these 500 podcasts that I have, because most of them are classic. They're not going to become dated because of time. Now, the ones about performance in the stock market, of course, those will be dated. But everything else that I do, pretty much I do with an evergreen theme. And that is that it's a classic idea, classic money saver, money builder, things that you can benefit from, whether it's 1 year from now, 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, because it's part of my legacy for me to build this education of podcasts for you to be able to study from. So go back and listen to the beginning ones if you haven't yet. Make sure you start with the 6 steps to wealth and just really explore what's been going on at Be Wealthy and Smart, because it's all here for you. All right, having said that, let's talk about what our topic today is that's going to save you thousands of dollars. And yes, it does involve opportunity cost. So on my Instagram post, I posted the opportunity cost of a $10,000 handbag over 30 years at 10% is $174,000. And I got a lot of crazy feedback about that, as I thought I might, with people saying, who would spend $10,000 on a handbag? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Well, it is crazy, but guess what? We see it every day in magazines, on the television, on the Real Housewives shows. Anyone where they're showing a huge closet, they're showing $10,000 handbags in that closet. And so women are being bombarded with these messages of, if you want social status, if you want class, you have to own this particular handbag, which of course you don't. But that's why I made the post, was because I wanted to address what we see on television and in the media with celebrities and models and so on, wearing very expensive things and $10,000 handbags. But here's the point. It's really not about the handbag, because this example of opportunity cost would go for anything that you spend $10,000 on. What if you spent $10,000 on a snowmobile? In 30 years at 10%, you could have earned $174,000 instead of spending $10,000 on the snowmobile. Well, what if you spent it on a motorcycle? Same thing. In 30 years at 10%, you could have had $174,000. So it really doesn't matter that it's a handbag or that it's a snowmobile or what object I'm talking about. But anytime you're going to spend $10,000, you should think about the opportunity cost of that. Because literally, if you can invest that and earn a decent historical rate of return in the stock market, close to 10% year in and year out, even with crashes and everything else in that track record, that $10,000 could grow to $174,000. Now, this opportunity cost idea is something that I talk a lot about, and something that is a major shift in your mindset, in your thinking, in your wealth knowledge. Once you get this, you really start looking at the world differently. And it's not about not having what you want. Not at all. I do think you can have what you want. I think you should buy it at the right price and find a way to get it for a bargain, because wealthy people typically don't pay full price. They typically don't pay retail. They're usually finding a way to get it wholesale or on sale or at a discount, get some kind of a deal. So I want you to start thinking that way and thinking about how opportunity cost does affect you in your bigger purchases. Here's another example. Billionaire Warren Buffett lives in the same house he's lived in for 60 years. He paid $31,500 for it in 1958. Today, it's worth $652,000. He understands how much his money will grow to in Berkshire Hathaway stock, so he has chosen not to buy a larger house, even though it's very modest for one of the richest men in the world to own. Warren Buffett is very clear about opportunity cost, as most millionaires and billionaires are. So when you're thinking about making a big purchase, realize that that money could be working harder for you somewhere else. Now, also, you want to think about how you can get the item that you want at a discount. Can you buy it slightly used? Can you buy it at auction? Can you get it on sale? Where is the way that you can buy it for less? I rarely am stumped when I'm looking for a way to buy for less. I have been amazed at things that I never thought I could get on sale that I literally have gotten for such a great deal. So always go out and take a look at what you can get for a better price, because that $10,000 couch that you're thinking about buying for the living room could be worth $174,000 in your net worth 30 years down the road. Or that $10,000 car, or the $10,000 dining room table, whatever it is that you're thinking about. Try to be smart with how you're buying it and realize that opportunity cost is one of the things that can really impact your wealth building going forward, because every $10,000 that you can put away, that you can invest, has the ability to possibly turn into $174,000 in your future and over your lifetime. So just something to think about. That was my first idea to save you tens of thousands of dollars. I hope you put it into action. I hope this shifted your mindset. I hope your head is spinning a little bit with ideas of how maybe some major purchase you're thinking about making that you can be smarter about, that you can find for less, that you can find a way not to spend $10,000, but to make that much, much less expensive, whether that's travel, whether that's a vehicle or something else that you're thinking about buying. There's always a way to find a deal. So shop smart and invest the rest, and that's how you're going to get on the way to creating millions for yourself. I have other podcasts about opportunity costs, so if you want to hear more about that, just check back through the library of Be Wealthy and Smart. And don't forget to join me on Instagram over at instagram.com/Linda P. Jones. If you're looking for the Wealth Heiress book, it is on back order on Amazon, but it's available on my website at lindapjones.com. If you buy it there, I will sign it for you, and if you email me, I'll personalize it as well. And we still have our summer SIZZLE contest going on, where you have a great chance to win 25 prizes. My Wealthy Mindset blueprints, a half hour of wealth mentoring with me, and some signed copies of my book. All you have to do is leave a podcast review and you'll get your name entered in the hat for the drawing 2 times. If you leave a book review on Amazon, you'll get your name entered into the hat 3 times. If you buy the book on Amazon and do a book review, then it says verified review. That will get your name in the hat 5 times. And if you do both an Amazon review, either verified or unverified purchase, and a podcast review, that gets your name in the hat 10 times. You have a great chance to win one or more of 25 prizes. The winners will be announced January 1st. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.